A groundbreaking Oz. You don't have to live in agony anymore. Heal your chronic pain. No pills, no surgery.
Today, we are changing the practice of medicine.
The new invisible treatment your doctor hasn't heard of.
It builds a magnetic field around you, going deep into your body.
Is this the revolutionary cure you've been waiting for?
Are these things for real?
This is new cutting-edge research.
Dr. Oz investigates.
This is how we're going to change medicine together. Thank you very much. I am more excited about this show than any other we have done this season, because today we are changing the practice of medicine, and you get to help. Now, if you've tried everything to ease your back pain, your neck pain, foot pain, arthritis pain, then this is the show for you. There's a revolutionary cure for pain that few doctors know about, because it's not a new pill or surgery. It uses moving magnets, energy waves that change the way your body copes with pain. Wait till you see what we found.
You may not realize it, and you certainly can't feel it, but inside each of us is a raging electrical storm. A biological whirlwind that controls every cell, every nerve, every muscle, every thought. How you experience pleasure, and even how you experience pain. What if you could harness this powerful force field inside of you to feel better, sleep longer, and most miraculous of all, ease your chronic aches and pains?
Now, just to be clear, we are not talking about static magnets like the kind you stick on the fridge. This is pulsed electromagnetic fields. It's pulsing, moving energy, much more powerful than static magnets. So here's how it could work for your pain. All right, so this is really important. I want you to understand it well. Here's what researchers say magnetic fields are doing inside the body. Inside this mat, there are electrical coils. And when electricity passes through there, it creates a magnetic field that moves through the body. And it whispers. There's 75 trillion cells in your body. And it goes deep into your body, places where sports screens and heating pads could never reach. For example, down around the spine, where that red, angry area is. Now, the magnetic field turns on, and when it does it, it activates these ions, these charged particles. And there are proteins in there, and there's signals in there, stirs these things up. And these charged particles bring in nutrients, but they also begin to influence things like blood supply. Now, when the blood vessels are going in here, the red blood cells are actually stacked. See, they're stacked like that? They're not supposed to be stacked. When they're irritated, that happens. So when you pass magnetic fields through there, that yellow line, it opens up the blood vessel. It breaks apart these red cells. They're not stacked like coins. So you can get deep healing, better oxygen supply, so the healing process takes place. You don't just feel better, you are better.
As a police officer, the pain impacted me tremendously. Trying to get in and out of the car, trying to deal with offenders. It's hard to do that type of job when you're in that kind of extreme back pain. The pain started 10 years ago. It was very bad, to the point where I couldn't function as a human being. Literally, I would be laying on the floor trying to do every kind of stretching. I would have to call into work, sit home, lay on the floor with ice on my back. It was bad. I tried chiropractors, medicine, and nothing seemed to work. Then I started researching online everything to do with back pain. And the one that struck my eye was electromagnetic therapy. As soon as I got the machine, I remember opening it up, I immediately plugged it in. I was in less pain from just one treatment. I woke up the next day and I started hitting it 3 times a day. Within 6 to 8 weeks, the pain was gone. I have no pain today at all.
So what, Mike, welcome to the show. So how is life different now that you've tried these magnetic therapies?
It's tremendously different. Pain-free, completely.
You're kidding me.
No.
Bemer is a biophysical application that activates the body's own powers of self-healing. A unique impulse is sent to the body, where it enables a multifaceted influence on the entire organism. In this way, Bemer helps to maintain health and support healing. Comprehensive efficacy is ensured, particularly due to the influence of the Bemer signal on the so-called microcirculation of the blood in the body. For its part, microcirculation is extremely important in the functioning of the entire organism. It is known as the main road of health.
Microcirculation in the human body is where cells are nurtured and disposed of, more specifically via the smallest vessels, the so-called capillaries. If a person's microcirculation area were to be spread out, it would cover an area as large as 2 football fields. It's that large. But then again, our bodies contain 70 to 90 billion cells, which must be nourished, nurtured, and disposed of. If changes take place here, disorders in microcirculation, this can eventually also lead to pathological conditions, as the body is no longer able to compensate for certain elements and can no longer handle certain regulation processes.
One of the best-known experts on the subject of microcirculation is Dr. Rainer Klopp. As head of the Institute for Microcirculation and erstwhile chief physician at the Charité Berlin, he has been involved in research into these minute blood vessels for many years. Clinical studies show that Bemer is effective. The reason that Bemer is effective is explained by Dr. Klopp's extensive insights into the minuscule world of microcirculation. Blood travels through many vessel branches that taper constantly into all the organs, where the blood vessels branch into the rich networks of blood capillaries. These capillaries then join together again to permit the return of the blood. The transit section for the exchange of substances between blood and body cells can be found in the capillary area. At the start of the approximately 1 millimeter long capillaries, water is pressed into the tissue, ensuring that nutrients are transported from the blood plasma to the body cells. At the end of the capillaries, water returns from the tissue into the capillaries, taking with it waste products from the cell exchange for disposal. The oxygen required for the combustion processes in the cells enters the tissue by means of diffusion from the red blood cells. At the same time, the red blood cells are loaded with carbon dioxide, which is expelled into the lungs, the performance capacity of the organs and the entire organism. As a result, the state of our health is dependent to a significant extent on the adaptation of the organ blood supply to the metabolic requirements of the organ tissue in each case. That is, on the regulation of the blood supply. This occurs mainly as a result of various rhythmic lumen changes to the extremely small blood vessels that are located directly before and behind the capillary networks. In a similar manner to sluice gates in an irrigation channel, the blood supply to an organ is adapted to different metabolic requirements of the organ tissue when the body is at rest or at work. Where this regulation is restricted or even impaired, this results in reduced of even pathologically modified organ functions. This is where the Bemer system can help in that specific, biorhythmically defined stimulation of the blood supply regulation is activated.
It can be said without exaggeration, the Bemer system represents a groundbreaking innovation for modern preventative medicine. It is the most effective and, at the same time, the best researched physical treatment method currently available to us.
The effect of Bemer can be seen in this technical recording of the tiniest capillaries. After just 2 minutes of Bemer treatment, the blood flow has improved considerably. This effect occurs throughout the organism. As a result, it is easy to understand why Bemer helps in the treatment of a wide variety of illnesses.